Hey friends, and welcome back to our channel. So it's the end of the month, which means that it is budget time of the month. I have my last single budget for you guys before Ben and I join our budgets, before both of our income changes in August, where we live changes in August, a whole bunch of changes in August, which we'll do videos about. But for the month of July, things are staying the same, meaning still the same amount of money that I currently make, still having just one budget, and then we are going to combine. We got married. I'm currently wearing my silicone ring, so not my normal ring, but yeah, we got married and we'll be combining everything coming up in August. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're gonna talk about my July budget. So I have my computer right here in front of me, so we will get into it. So as per always, you cannot see my income, just trying to keep things private. So I have both my full-time income and my part-time income kind of blocked out. I don't intend on making any money with Beautycounter. In fact, I lost my consultantship because I haven't been selling anything. So I'm probably gonna just take this out moving forward. Ben's $90 payment comes every single month until we join budgets, and then I have a column for other, which I'm not anticipating anything. So currently I am anticipating $4,293.54 moving forward. So as per usual, these regular costs don't really change. I did move a few things around, which I'll tell you about here. But actually, my rent is going to be cheaper next month because we have about $250 sitting in our renter's account that we're going to split between Ben and I so that our rent is just a little bit cheaper next month. And also so we don't lose that money since we only have to pay through July. We're only here one more month, which is crazy. I'm so excited to have a new house to move into. We're renting a house if you didn't know, but I do love our space. It's beautiful, all windows. I'm kind of sad to leave. So with that, my rent is only $1,272.16 this month. It'll be the same for Ben. Canva $12.95, Libsyn $15, Apple $1, Google $6. So those are consistently how much I have to pay for my business. I'm probably gonna break this out at some point, but I'm just not making a ton of money with my one side client, so it's not really worth breaking out. But therapy, I am budgeting $20 again in July, so that will be 2 therapy sessions because my insurance covers it, so I only pay $10 a session, which is amazing. My car insurance is the same, $69.43. My electric, I wish you guys could see Cora. She's so cute right now. My electric is, I'm budgeting $40 this month. It shouldn't even be that much. Commute, I'm budgeting $30 this month. What is that for? Yeah, so I have not been taking the bus. I took it yesterday and the day before only because it was raining, but I've been walking to work. So, and I've had a lot of vacation. I have a lot of vacation in July again too. So instead of budgeting a higher amount, I don't intend on using it. I'm expecting maybe one reload, which is $20 on my Venture account, which is my bus account. And then I budgeted $10 for Uber if I take it. I rarely take Uber, to be honest. So yeah. My doctor, I budgeted $30, which is down a little bit. I had been budgeting $50, but I haven't been using that. So I budgeted it a little bit lower. Next up is tolls and gas. I budgeted $75 this month. That is because we will be doing a road trip to Nashville at the beginning of the month. And then we will also be driving back and forth to the suburbs quite a bit because we have to do a walkthrough of the house that we're going to be renting and then moving. So I just budgeted a little bit more than normal. That includes a $20 reload to our tolls thing. And then that includes just any type of gas. So savings, this will be coming out of my budget with Ben because we're gonna have an emergency fund section. But for now, I'm just putting it to 0 because I do have an automatic transfer that I've just been retransferring back to my account. It's super annoying. So that'll all change once Ben and I have combined our budgets. And then $80 for Verizon, so pretty typical regular costs there. Moving on to my debt section. So unfortunately, 2 things have happened. One, I will tell you about how our combined debt snowball is going to look. It is high. We'll be in like the $120,000 range, right? For, let me see, 128 it will be at. So this is my last month of only having $80,000 of debt. Another big thing that happened that I was not anticipating was I got, basically the IRS sent me an email, or sent me mail that I owed them like $1,400 from a retirement fund that I cashed out when I left my old job. I ended up cashing it out because it was going to take more work, so I thought to transfer it to a new retirement account, and I wasn't getting a new retirement account at my new job. So I cashed it out and I used it, and they took like $1,000 out of it when I cashed it out, and they used it to pay off a credit card that I had at the time, which I thought was really smart. However, I didn't know that I had to consider that part of my income. So I didn't. And it was about $6,000. I only got like $5,000 of it, but then they taxed me on the full amount, and basically said that I owed them $1,400. I didn't have a leg to stand on. I emailed my financial person, and he told me that there wasn't really anything I could do, so I had to pay it. Problem was, we drained our accounts, as you'll see in my June budget recap. We drained our accounts and our emergency fund. This is why $1,000 emergency fund is bullshit in my opinion. So we had to drain that for the security deposit, which we were anticipating. It was much higher than we were anticipating. And I didn't have any money, and neither did Ben. So I had to put it on a credit card, which I'm not happy about. I told myself I wouldn't put anything back on credit. So I don't want to talk about it not because I'm ignoring it. I know that it happened and I'm disappointed about it, but there's nothing I can do. It was literally from 2017, January 2017. So it was a long time ago. It happened and I had to deal with it. And this is why you have an emergency fund, and this is why your emergency fund should be higher. Because when things like this happen that you aren't anticipating, you can use it. And so that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. But as you can see, my credit card is back up to $11,000. So back to my debt section. Just this month, as you guys know, as I said in June, I'll just be paying minimums on debts for right now, and then Ben and I will be combining our debts in August, and we are planning on filling out a $5,000 emergency fund, and then continuing to get that up. We would be comfortable with like $10,000 minimum for our emergency fund, but honestly, with the way finances are right now, that would take us years to get, and we don't want to not pay off debt. So we're gonna get it to $5,000, continue to contribute to it while trying to still pay off debt. That's just what we're planning on doing. So back to this budget, I'm paying all the minimums with my loans, which is pretty typical. $200 for personal loan, $217 for Discover card, $300 for car loan, and then $165.26 for my student loan, and $319.24 for my student loan. So $1,200 in debt. That's 28% of my income. So moving on, because that part makes me really sad, is my variable expenses. So This month, I'm putting as much money as possible into our moving fund. We have another deposit that is due, our dog deposit. They're making us pay a full half month's rent for a dog security deposit, which is annoying, but yeah, I'm just telling myself that we are not gonna mess up this apartment, and we're gonna get like this huge, basically $3,500 check when we move out next year. But in the meantime, it's hard to like shell out that much money. So you'll see that here though. So my variable expenses, $250 for groceries, that's my part. That's pretty normal. $150 for restaurants and coffee shop. This is lower than I've been giving myself. I need to learn some restraint, honestly, not only with budget, but with weight and things like that. I need to chill on the frickin' restaurants and coffee shops. The only difficulty is that we're going to Nashville for a wedding. I'm hoping that most of our meals will be covered, and then we can bring some stuff with us because we'll have a full little kitchen in the hotel that we're staying at. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll only have to do 1 or 2 meals out. So budgeted $150 for that. I budgeted $225 for medications and supplements. I'm hoping this is enough. I'm supposed to do a hormone test next month, which is $150, not covered by insurance. So it just depends, because the hormone test needs to be done on day 21 of my cycle, which is literally the day that we're driving to Nashville. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. So that might get pushed, but just keeping that budget there for now. This is just like a random number, but I have $20.50 in my household budget. $0 for business expenses. I don't intend on doing any giveaways or anything for my business this month. Miscellaneous slash like buffer I'll put, just so there's a little bit of money just in case anything happens, is $20 this month. I put $30 in beauty and clothing. I am going to need a new foundation pretty soon, so and we're almost out of toothpaste, though toothpaste will probably come out of household, but still. So I'm going to need a new foundation pretty soon. But yeah, I'm not intending on getting my nails done. If anything, I might just pay to get the like the stuff taken off. It's a dip manicure, so it's my nails, but it's really hard to get the stuff off. So then moving into my sinking funds, we're going to turn Cora's budget into a sinking fund. So she's asleep right now. So when she needs to go to the vet or something, we have like a bulk amount of money sitting around for her, because she hasn't been feeling well lately, and yeah, I don't want to have to take that out of an emergency fund or something like that. So we're going to start that as a sinking fund. Car maintenance, I am putting $0 toward that this month. Knock on wood that nothing happens and we don't have to worry about that, but I just don't have any money to throw that way right now. The big one is the moving fund. So $621, $550 of that is my half of the dog security deposit. So it is an $1,100 dog security deposit that we have to pay. And then moving truck, moving boxes, things like that we're gonna need. I budgeted basically any extra money that I have, and then any money that I don't use or any extra income that I get will go toward the moving fund, and if it doesn't, it will go toward an emergency fund. But for now, that's what that's doing. I'm keeping these two in. If you've been watching my other budgets, you will notice that Planoly is out. So pay $180 a month for Planoly. I use it sometimes for myself and for my client. I don't know that it is worth that, and I don't make enough with my current client right now to justify a program like that. So I took it out of my budget, and yeah, it'll be done in November, and I'll find something free to use for the time being until I start making more income in my business. So, but I do have to start putting money toward Pays to Be Brave and Just Jessie blog. You'll see some issues that came up with that in June, which I'll talk to you about in my June budget recap, which will be up the first week of June or July. So stay tuned for that, and you can see why I'm a little June was just crazy with the money, with the wedding and all the stuff. So money is just a little tight right now. So putting $25 toward the Pays to Be Brave ticket and savings. That is the conference that I'm going to in October. I already paid for the ticket. I just have to pay for my plane ticket. I will be getting about $80 from work to go. But plane tickets currently are around like $300. So, yeah, I'm just saving up extra money for that, and then any extra like spending money that I can use while I'm there. And then for my blog, I'm putting $24 toward my yearly renewal. This will be higher in August, but I'll tell you more about that later. And yes, that is about $1,440.50. And my total out is $4,293.54, which is how much I am planning on bringing in. So that leaves me at $0, my zero-based budget. Everything's looking good. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's kind of where everything is at. I'm excited to see how July goes. It should be fun. It should be an exciting month. We have a lot of moving expenses coming up though. So I feel like things will finally get back to hopefully normal in August and September kind of area. And we can get back into like really putting money toward emergency funds and things like that. But for right now, this is where things are at. And it's been a little hard. Like I'm not gonna lie. It has been difficult. Money has been very tight. Combining budgets with my husband is scary for me. I have, I definitely am working on my money mindset with that. He has a lot of debt. He is currently kind of in the red right now, still from being sick a year ago. So he's still not fully making enough to pay all of his bills. So with that, with us combining, that means that I'm having to tighten up some of my budget as well, because now our money becomes our money together. So I'm learning. Like, I'm 31 years old. My money has always been my money. So I'm trying to figure out this whole new scene in this new area that I have to get into. So it'll be exciting, and I know that it'll work out. Ben is doing some crazy things and great things for his business. So I know that in the next 6 months, he will be in a different position monetarily, which will be really helpful. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at for our budget. I hope that you enjoyed this. Sorry, I'm a little bit like lower energy. Money's just a little tight right now, and it gets stressful, as I'm sure you guys all know. It just doesn't matter. Everybody has their own shit going on, and you never really know what's going on in someone's life. And yeah, it's just been a struggle. So I'm excited to move on into a new month, and hopefully we have a couple opportunities for our incomes to go up moving forward. So I'm hoping that some of those will get into our budget, and we'll be able to make some huge leeway here in the next few months. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you would like to see anything new in our channel down below, and we'll get on to it. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.